Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to our channel. For today's episode, we're gonna talk about the reality of living here in Canada. Well, if you are thinking to move here, migrating here in Canada, you have probably seen a lot of YouTube vlogs that raves about how amazing to live here in Canada. But the question is it really as easy as they claim? Well, in this video, we're gonna tackle we're gonna going to dive deeper into the reality of living here in the Great White North, from the cost of living into finding a job and everything in between. As we all know, Canada is the land of maple syrup, polar bears, beautiful mountains and landscape, and endless apologies. We all know Canadians, they are the most polite people. They say sorry to everything, they apologize to everything, even if it is not their fault. And it's no secret to everybody and all people around the world that are drawn to this beautiful country. They are tempted by its promise of diversity, opportunity, and high standard of living. And who's to blame? Yung mga vloggers ba? Yung mga influencers ba? That they are showcasing the best of Canada. But let me ask you, what's gonna happen when the camera stop rolling and the reality of living in Canada start to set in? I'm sure many of you wondered, is living in Canada really as easy as the vloggers claim? Yun ang tanong na mabigat dyan. Well, let me tell you, it's not always sunshines and rainbows and unicorns. In fact, if you're gonna be a newcomer here in Canada, you will face with plenty, enormous challenges and struggles that are conveniently left out of those perfectly curated videos. Ang mga pinapakita nila lagi ay yung mga magaganda, beautiful landscape, beautiful mountains, ang ganda ng snow and everything. But then, the real life here in Canada, these are left out. Yun yung mga hindi nila pinapakita. Let's enumerate those struggles and challenges that we're gonna face when we immigrate here in Canada and we are a newcomer here. One of the biggest hurdle is finding a job. You'll maybe think with all this hype around Canada that it is a center or hub for innovations and technology. It's going to be easy to find a job, or it's gonna be breeze to land into a job. But what we don't know, the job market here is very highly competitive. It will take you months, even years, if you are applying into an specific job, into an specific company. Mapili ka gusto mo yung ganon. You want something na it is related to what you are doing back sa Philippines or where you came from. If you are a manager there, you come here and you look for a managing job position, baka mahihirapan ka. Without proper or right connections and without a Canadian work experience, mahihirapan kang maghanap ng trabaho. Yan po ang katotohanan dito sa Canada. And even if you do find a job, the pay is not going to be as what you are expecting. Another aspect that oftentimes glows over is the cost of living, especially now. Everything is very high priced. from rent, food, transportation, and everything else. Napakataas ng mga gastusin dito sa Canada. And yes, Canada is a very beautiful, amazing country, but it comes with a price. And if you are not careful, you're gonna easily blow through your saving. Mauubos ang pera mo if you are not careful. And then there is the cultural adjustment. Moving into a new country is not easy, and Canada is no exemption. From figuring out the nuances of Canadian slangs and understanding the different cultural norms, social norm, it can be overwhelming. And let's not forget about the homesickness, the loneliness, isolation that you're gonna feel because you are far away from your support system, from your family and relative back home in the Philippines. It is one thing to be excited about exploring the new country like Canada, but it's another thing entirely when you're lonely and missing your family and friends back home. For me, the biggest challenges I faced when I moved here to Canada, number one is the language barrier. I thought I had a good grasp of English. Akala ko marunong akong mag-English dahil galing ako ng Dubai. I lived there for how many years? 11 years. And I converse, I communicate in English every day. I thought I had a good practice and good learning about English there. And when I moved here, it's very different. The dialect, the accent, they have some idioms and colloquialisms that they use. It's very different from American English. And it is like learning a new language all over again. For example, $1 and $2, they don't just call it $1, $2. They call it tunis, lunis, the coffee, they call it double-double, yung kanilang Tim Hortons. Nung bago ako dito, sabi ko, akala ko, ano yung double-double na yon? Kape pala. So, yun. Another one challenges that I face is when I accidentally offended someone by not understanding the cultural context. This is really big lesson for me and made me realize that moving into a new country is not just moving physically, but it is also requires an emotional and mental shift as well. Yun. So, yung bang hindi ka lang basta mag-move, dapat i-ready mo din yung sarili mo emotionally, mentally, that you are already there. You are prepared to adapt, to learn things, how they do things sa bagong bansang titirhan mo. Isa pang struggle na naranasan ko nung nag-move ako dito sa Canada is feeling lonely and feeling isolated. I didn't know anyone. Wala talaga akong kakilala. Aside from my husband, I do not have friends here. And we do not have immediate family here. It's just me, my husband, and my kids. Ang aking asawa ay meron siyang group of friends here, mga talagang kakilala niya, childhood friends niya, schoolmate niya nung elementary pa siya. Itong mga taong ito eventually over time, naging kaibigan ko na din sila at naging katulong ko na rin sa aking paglago dito sa Canada. This experience forced me to go out of my comfort zone and try new things. That's when I realized that living in Canada is not just surviving, but it is also about thriving. So, what is your takeaway in all this? Well, living here in Canada is not as easy as vloggers claim. Hindi ganun kadali. Like I said, it's not always sunshine, rainbows, and unicorn. But it is not impossible either. It will just take time, it will take effort, patience to navigate the challenges and struggle to adjust into a new life. And if you are willing to put into work, you will find that Canada had so much more to offer. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I would like to hear from you if you're already here in Canada or thinking of moving to Canada. Please share your experience, and if you have any questions, write them down at the comment sections. And if you are new to our channel, please subscribe, like, and share as well. Thank you so much everybody for watching, and until the next episode, magandang umaga po. Bye-bye!